Guys, what's up? It's Chris. Welcome back to another episode of TalkingFormers. Today we are going to talk about the next Transformers movie. And somebody special has arrived. My leader class, Optimus Prime, finally arrived in the mail. So we'll go ahead and briefly talk about him later on in the video. Give my little review and thoughts on this figure. Because Dark Moon Optimus Prime was probably my favorite version of Optimus Prime. So yeah, we'll talk about him later. But right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the next Transformers movie. Will it be a Bumblebee movie or will it be a new Optimus Prime movie? And I decided to bring out my Studio Series Optimus Prime so that way he could be standing here. Maybe he'll agree with me, maybe he won't. Anyway, guys, so the next Transformers movie, what will it have? What will it showcase? What will it be? Well, the last that we heard was around January, February 2019, earlier this year, right after Bumblebee released in December of 2018, which was the first Transformers movie that I got to see earlier, I guess, because they did a small screening it wasn't even a month before it premiered. It was a few weeks. It was like December 16th when they released it a little bit earlier. So I went to those earlier showings. And then I went again in December when it came out with my little sister to go see it. But the rumors were that Bumblebee 2 was already in the works, that they were trying to get a story down for it. And they asked Leonardo DiVentura? I don't know if that's his name, but they asked him if Optimus Prime would get his own movie, and he said that Optimus Prime would not get his own movie because he feels like there's not enough lore for Optimus Prime. That's pretty much what he said. If I'm misinterpreting it, go ahead and correct me down below. Of course, wouldn't want to spread anything that he did not say or put words in his mouth, but that's basically what he said. That there wasn't enough story for Optimus Prime to be told. And that's where I say you are wrong, sir. So, Optimus Prime, what would a Optimus Prime movie hold? Well, Optimus Prime is an interesting character in my opinion. He was Orion Pax before he was Optimus Prime. You could tell that story. You could tell how Orion Pax became Optimus Prime to be the leader of the Autobots. Now, the storyline could be Orion meeting Megatron and Megatron demanding to be the next Prime, similar to what they had gave out in Transformers Prime with that information. You could have that, and you could have Optimus Prime go on a journey to find the Matrix of Leadership. At the end of the movie, he becomes Optimus Prime. Or, same basics as when Optimus Prime goes to find the Matrix of Leadership. Let's say he's just Optimus Prime all the time, but he doesn't have the Matrix of Leadership yet. So, right when Bumblebee and all the Autobots leave Earth, they could probably use that as a storyline. Optimus Prime stayed back to find the Matrix of Leadership before catching up with all the Autobots on Earth. That is my opinion on what would an Optimus Prime movie be. If you guys have any other Optimus Prime storylines or ideas, you could drop them down in the comments. I'd love to hear your theories or what you guys would want to see in an Optimus Prime movie or in a new Transformers movie. For me personally, I mean, as much as Michael Bay isn't really a good director for Transformers movies, from Age of Extinction and The Last Night basically being bombs, I mean, I would love to see a Last Night sequel, which I've kind of been jotting down a little bit of story ideas and fiddling around with it. In fact, I have like 11 Transformers movies, so hit me up, Paramount, if you guys want those. But that's as far as we know, and I know that we're getting a Netflix series. I think it's Netflix. That they're going to be doing the Cybertron Siege series, which actually we're going to talk about those new Cybertron Siege figures that they've been announcing from Cliffjumper and everything. Those figures are cool, and we'll talk about those in the next video. But those are the movies that I want to see, and I know that there's not really any conversations going about the next Transformers movie. I was going to say Autobot movie, the next Transformers movie, because there's not really anything going around. There's no production leaks. There's no writers, there's no directors that are taking up the helms for those, as far as I know. If you guys know something else, go ahead and drop a comment, and I'll make a video on that, because I want to see a Transformers movie fairly soon. I don't want Transformers to kind of die out, and whether or not they continue with the Bayverse, whether or not they continue with the Travisverse, let's see more Transformers. Now, in my opinion, I'll leave the Bayverse as a Bayverse and Travisverse as a Travisverse. They could share designs. I love the Bumblebee design, first of all. First and foremost, I'm guilty. Bumblebee is my favorite character. I've mentioned it so many times. But I love the design from the original Bayverse movies. And I love the design that they did for the Bumblebee movie. Honestly, Bumblebee's probably my favorite Transformers movie. I love the G1 aesthetic of all the Transformers that were in the Bumblebee movie. So if Travis Knight continues with this, and let's just say it's a reboot, that's it. It's a reboot. Let's forget everything from Michael Bay, and let's start new. Now, we could do more storylines. We could reintroduce Sam Witwicky. We could do more, and I think that would be really cool. Now, that leaves the Michael Bay verse, or Bayverse, to be an unfinished story. So let's say Travis Knight, he takes it all the way, the whole 8 miles, MCU level, storytelling. That leaves The Last Knight to continue to have a sequel far down in the future if they so decide to. And with the right script, with the right writers, and with the right people, I feel like people would actually come to see a Last Knight sequel. But that's my only opinion. So that was it for talking about Transformers movie, the next Transformers movie. That's pretty much all I wanted to share. There's not really any confirmed news for a new Transformers movie. So without further ado, excuse me, Mr. Awesome Optimus Prime. This is probably my favorite Studio Series figure right now. But we're going to take a look at my favorite Optimus Prime from the trilogy, being this guy. Alrighty guys, so here is Optimus Prime. This is again the Dark of the Moon version, as you guys can tell because of the chest piece. The chest piece is the ab piece compared to the other one, which I have right here. This is just the red piece for the original Optimus Prime, or the Studio Series Optimus Prime that came with the Bone Crusher wave. I forget what wave it was. If you guys know, go ahead and let me know down below. But I know that you could take this chest piece and then place this one in there if you wanted it to be like that. Personally, the Dark of the Moon version of Optimus Prime was my favorite version of Optimus Prime, so of course I'm going to leave this chest piece in. Now the only difference between that Studio Series figure that came alongside Bone Crusher is of course going to be the chest piece, and then in vehicle mode there is these orange hints of just it's faded in with the red, and it's very similar to what Optimus Prime does have it in real life. He has that orange fade on the nose of the truck, and here is the other Studio Series figure, and you could tell right here that there is no orange fade, and the orange fade would be right there. So that's something that I do like in vehicle mode of the newer Optimus Prime. But again, this is the Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon, so I kind of like him with his jetpack. I say kind of because the jetpack is kind of iffy in my opinion. So talking about that jetpack, let's go ahead and get that on him really quick. So here he is with his jetpack on, and honestly, I mean, I like it. The only thing that I really hate about it is how hollow these jet pieces are. And I mean, I get it. Like, you need to save plastic on a $50 figure, right? However, they are very flimsy. And the only thing that it really does is really hinge. And then these pieces do fold up. But that's mainly for transformation, for this to go into the trailer, which we'll talk about next. I do like how he looks with the jetpack on, but I mean, I wish they did more with the jetpack, especially with the color. I feel like it should be a little bit more of a silver color rather than what it is right now. I mean, on this guy, I do wish that these chest pieces were translucent like they were on this figure, and no, they're just painted in. But to get a better look of those features and of that paint scheme, you could go ahead and see right there that those windows are not translucent and they are painted in. That chest piece is awesome. Optimus Prime head. So this is the same sculpt as this figure that I keep bringing in. The exact same sculpt. This guy can combine with Jetfire. You would need the other piece, which Jetfire does come with. So if you didn't pick up this guy and you picked up this guy, you could combine those two figures. Again, only possibility with the wings is going to be folding in and out. This rotates and this bends up. He has a big wingspan, probably like about a foot in length. And I mean, I like it. Could have been better. So let's get Optimus Prime out of the way and let's talk about his trailer, which holds all sorts of weapons, which I have pretty much everything in there. So starting off, we'll start off with the weapons that I have in there that aren't his, which can be held in there, which is of course going to be the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, the first Optimus Prime to have been released in the Studio Series line. So I lost the sword, and that's why I only have one on here, which sucks. Let's go ahead and grab the other sword that can actually just be pegged into his hand. As you can see, the differences are that this figure, it just has it painted, and this is translucent. Wish they did a translucent piece on here. I mean, it's the same mold, Hasbro. You had one job. All you had to do was change this. Anyway, that could just go in his hand if you guys so desire it to be. You also have the axe, which I do not like at all. I wish that the ends were at least translucent plastic or at least painted orange, because this is just a gray piece. Really bland. Same thing with this gun. This gun is going to be the same gun that came with the other Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. The only difference is that the tip is not painted black. As you can see here, it's painted black, and this one isn't. Which sucks, because I actually like this version better. Which makes me want to get another Voyager Optimus Prime, just so that way I have a black tip gun, and probably either customize this or give it to another Optimus Prime in my collection. He does have the shield, I was going to say sword, and it's in there quite well. Go ahead and grab that. The shield does peg into his hand. It's not really a good sized shield. It looks very, very small on this figure. Should be like around like that big. But hey, we got a shield for Optimus Prime. I'm happy about that. And then last but not least, these two guns that he comes packaged with holding. They are going to be the same molded gun. I don't really see any differences, to be honest. Kind of wish they were two different guns. Sorry if you guys didn't see that. But yeah, they are the same molded gun, as you can see. Just one's for the left, one's for the right. Oh yeah. So those are all the weapons that he comes with. They all fit on this trailer. And let's go ahead and transform the trailer with the jetpack off, and we'll go ahead and show that off really quick. So here we have the trailer transformed, and in its car version, the trailer version. I do like this figure, and as you guys could see, it does peg into the older Voyager class figure, which is the same sculpt as the new Optimus Prime figure. I do like that he can peg in there, and he pegs in here with this little peg that fits in that hole. And if, let's say, you guys didn't want to have your 2007 Bone Crusher Wave Mate Optimus Prime with the trailer, you guys could definitely put that in the first released Optimus Prime, because he has a peg hole right there that fits with that peg perfectly. And that's what I like about this trailer. So if you guys wanted to have this guy in vehicle mode, you definitely can. Reason why I don't is because he is the same mold as this version, and again, the only difference is going to be that paint, that orange paint on here. So I didn't really feel like transforming him because I'm going to end up keeping him in his robot mode for my collection piece. Now I wanted to compare the trailer to the Takara Tomy Dark in the Moon trailer. So we'll go ahead and put that Optimus Prime to the side and grab that trailer really quick. Now this trailer was the trailer that they released with the Voyager class figure for Dark in the Moon. This trailer can hold a ton of mech tech figures and at least two, I want to say plus size deluxe now because the scaling back then was different. But as you can see that this trailer is silver, has the blue highlights, and it just, in my opinion, this looks 10 times better. And you guys can see the size difference. This trailer is huge. And again, I wish this trailer was silver. I don't like that this wheel isn't spinny. They only give us one spinny wheel on there. Again, nothing could be held in here but the weapons and the jetpack. I don't have any of the weapons in here because I'm going to end up using this piece for the Optimus Prime. I do wish that the old trailer could fit with the older figures. I mean, it does have the peg down here, but as much as I tried, it won't hold or peg in there well, and it just really looks quite funky because of how big it is. Let me get this trailer out of the way. So again, you can see the size difference there, but I love the detailing that they have in this trailer. You got the Autobot logo right here, and then you got the trailer grooves, and I mean, everything is here. It just is missing this paint application. And if it was silver and it had like the blue highlights, I would have loved this trailer quite more because this does transform into the weapon storage, which is what I liked about this trailer. This trailer, the old one, let's go ahead and get Optimus Prime off really quick. Just holds the mech tech weapons. And again, the two deluxes if you so desired. But yeah, so let's get the new trailer. And let's peg him in with the... Yeah, let's go ahead and peg him in with the old Revenge of the Fallen figure. We'll bring in the newer Optimus Prime. Sorry if the camera's a bit shaky, guys. My final verdict is I like this guy. I would recommend him to anybody who doesn't have him. This guy can combine with Jetfire. And, yeah, pretty good figure, in my opinion. I wish the jetpack was a little bit better. I do wish some of the weapons were a little bit better, such as, like, the sword and the axe. But I really like this guy, and I would recommend him for anybody who wanted a Dark in the Moon Optimus Prime. Thank you guys for watching this video. That's going to conclude today's episode of TalkingFormers. Hope you guys leave a like. I know I threw up the thumbs up a little bit too soon, but I hope you guys leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing if you guys think I so deserve it. Whoever watches my videos, you guys are amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great day. Again, if you guys feel like I deserve it, I'd really appreciate that you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Have a good one.